But Skip, who they had to guard it? Kevon Looney? Really? You think Kevon Looney? Or you going to put Kuminga? Or you going to put Draymond? Draymond is a tremendous defender. But once AD get the ball, the best thing that Draymond can do when he's guarding AD is deny him the basketball. Once he gets the basketball, Draymond has no chance whatsoever of stopping Anthony Davis.
Let's be real here, guys. Aside from the unrepairable chemistry and lack of help given to Steph Curry, the other reason why the Golden State Warriors lost to the Lakers this past postseason is because they don't have a legit big that could stop Anthony Davis. And though we all know that the Dubs love to play small ball, there are instances like the one that happened in their matchup against the Lakers that playing small has actually hurt them rather than helped them. In an age where unicorns like Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, and AD are dominating, the Warriors definitely need someone who can defend these guys on a nightly basis. And what if I told you there's a unicorn that the Warriors can sign right now, who can protect the rim like this?
Mata Al-Marwani rebounds and runs, and he only knows, whoa, here's Bilal. Oh, nice handoff, off ends. Fultzo, oh, nice bounce pass. Oh, the rejection. Oh, great steal. Oh, the rejection from SOTTO.
Now, I know some of you may be familiar with the kid, given his popularity on social media, while some of you may have no idea who this dude is. Well, nonetheless, the kid goes by the name of Kai Sotto, and although he didn't get selected in the recent draft, Kai is still pretty much available, and based on his skill set, I believe he'll be a great addition to the Dubs if they decide to pounce on him this offseason. And since we brought that up, let's look at the tapes and see how this 21-year-old unicorn can fit in with the boys in the Bay Area. Anyways, let's kick things off by talking about the big elephant in the room. And I mean that in a literal sense. Towering at 7'3" with a 7'5" wingspan, Kai checks all the boxes in the makings of a great shot blocker, and undeniably, that's also his biggest strength as a hooper. Well, if you're that tall, you'll pretty much get a ton of blocks by just standing around the paint. But see, Kai is not your typical lumbering big guy, as he's pretty quick on his feet in anticipating shots. Look here. As the opposing guard tries to make his way towards the rim, look at how Kai stalks him up all the way through, which leads to this monster rejection. And even though he only got a brief exposure at the Summer League, Kai made an instant impact on the defensive end in limited minutes with these plays.
But I'm continue to be impressed. Oh, even in Summer League, you find the fan favorites. Another one!
Every perennial contender in the league has a unicorn in their lineup, and if we're going to take a look at the last two drafts, lottery teams like OKC and the Spurs have also bet heavily on unicorns when they drafted Chet Holmgren and most recently, Victor Wembanyama. Having unicorns seems to be the trend in the NBA nowadays, and I think it wouldn't hurt for the Dubs to have a unicorn of their own in Kai Sotto. Anyways, from showcasing his defense, let's now switch on to the other side and talk about his scoring. Just like any other great unicorn, Kai is quite a handful down low, as he's pretty skilled in finishing around the rim. See, upon receiving the entry pass, Kai did a bit of a ball fake before going for a right-handed running hook, and if you're 7'3", there's no chance for the defense to even bother that kind of a shot. And if you deny him going to the right, Kai can simply lay you out using his length by going to his left, which is actually his strong hand. With his ability to shoot from either hand, he can provide some scoring punch for the Warriors on the block. And unlike Kevon Looney or Draymond Green, who have trouble in scoring inside, Kai is quite finessed in the paint with a great touch around the rim. In his 2-year stint with the Adelaide 36ers in the NBL, Kai only averaged 7.1 points, 4.5 rebounds, on 50% shooting from the field in 14 minutes of play. But if you theoretically expand his minutes, say around 36 minutes a ball game, you can see that Kai can definitely increase his production to a double-double with 2.1 blocks on the side. Anyways, aside from scoring, you need to be a great passer if you want to fit in the Dubs system. And fortunately for Kai, he's very unselfish and has that vision, which is pretty rare for someone his size. I mean, check out this play right here. You can see that Kai is already wide open here near the basket, but instead of shooting it, he opted to pass the ball to the more open guy underneath for an easier basket. Now, in this sequence, Kai initially asked for the ball down low, but when he noticed an opening, he threw a no-look dime to his cutting teammate who lays it in. And here, against the Suns, check out his awesome handoff play made by Kai on the baseline. Well, speaking of that game, Kai showed DeAndre Ayton and the rest of the Suns that he can play with the big boys by racking up 11 points on 3 for 6 shooting, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals in 18 minutes of action. Anyways, Kai showed in every opportunity given to him that he can go up against the big guys of the NBA in terms of skills. But be that as it may, some people say that he's not quick enough to keep in step with them. Well, while that may be partially true, Kai still continues to put in the work in speeding up his laterals and overall movements. And back when he was still playing in the NBL, he actually showed that he can be swift and agile at times. I mean, how many 7'3" guys do you often see running the floor like this in transition?
He's the golden opportunity, and McCarron lifts the tempo on the other end. SOTTO gets it. Obviously, first team. SOTTO runs the floor. Look at that.
And how many big men in the league can explosively attack closeouts like this?
Makes it a whole lot harder. The youngsters are playing that role.
I mean, you can see the DNA of a great unicorn already budding in Kai, with his unique skill set and massive frame. And apart from what you just saw, he's also got the stroke from range, which can make him a viable addition for the Dubs in the upcoming season.
He's got some range from out here.
SOTTO lines up a 3-ball, gets that ball.
Now, aside from his speed, the other area of concern for Kai is his slender frame. Though there's no doubt that he can put up a couple of buckets, some analysts say that he will not withstand the physical toll that the NBA has to offer, and opposing big men will just bully him straight up. Once again, this is somewhat true at this point for Kai, but there are some instances where he flexed his muscles to show that he has the strength and power too. You can see right here that Kai really wants this low post play badly, and after receiving the ball, he goes for a power dribble before dropping a hook shot. And after being perfectly set up by his teammate, check out how Kai stuffs this one with authority.
And SOTTO another chance in a thunderous jam.
And lastly, Kai can play a bit of off-ball action too, and when he's that deep in the paint, you can expect him to not be shy in punishing the rim. Based on the highlight clips that we just saw, Kai can be a nice addition to the Dubs lineup as he's not only versatile, but more importantly, he can also play solid interior defense, which the Warriors have lacked for a couple of seasons now. It's also interesting to see his growth as a player under the Dubs organization, because we all know that they are more than capable of unleashing the true potential of a talented prospect like Kai. And with that said, let's keep our hopes up that the Golden State Warriors, or any other teams in the NBA, will give this kid an opportunity to showcase his stuff and prove himself that he belongs in the big leagues.